Any questions?
Yeah,
The NCS scheme.
MCS?
Scheme.
Yeah,
Stinks.
it does. Yeah, I mean, maybe David wants to answer on MCS because he's the man on the ground trying to reform it.
I'm just saying that the NCS scheme is a restrictive practice, absolutely. And that for a small business with 2 employees, it represents an overhead which we just can't afford.
David, do you want?
We are working on MCS. We've certainly lobbied a lot on it the last few years. It is controversial. We're doing 2 things. One is we're trying to rework the scheme from inside and make it more cost effective. And you can get an MCS scheme now for about £700, I would say. Less.
It's the time.
Okay, well, on the time, I'll come to that in a second, but the cost now is, Griff? £530 for an MCS scheme. And then to reduce the time of getting the scheme, we've come up with MCS Made Easy, so that people can hopefully reduce the time of implementing MCS in their own business. We are aware it's a problem, and we're talking all the time to DEC about it. And we want your feedback. We want to say, well, what would you want to see rather than MCS? What would make it simpler? And what would keep the cowboys out? I will get into the discussion, but can we finish all the speeches first and then come back to the MCS issue?
Any more questions that people want to bring up? I mean, the idea of this is to get people together so they can talk, so afterwards we're all going to be hanging out and feel free to raise points and discuss them. If there's anything else anyone wants to raise in the whole...
Well, only the fact that people's been in the industry like myself over 30 years, and I've got 3 or 4 companies who've been in the industry at the same time, and then they're going to ask us to retrain. Jesus, we forgot more than half of them buggers know what they're doing. And that's the way I look at it. We're all qualified heating and plumbing engineers, and why should we have to be told how to do the job that we know how to do it, when we've been teaching people in the industry for the last 20, 30 years? This is what annoys me about this. When we had the other system, the clear skies, no problem at all. We was getting the grants and things like that. Now they turned the tap off. So in actual fact, my customers don't get the grant now, unfortunately. But then again, there's so many restrictions within that scheme, it's not worth it because you've got to have so much, spend so much money on the system.
Take this up at the end? Maybe you and Griff could have a chat because he's got some ideas on this. Any more un-MCS related points, Chris? Chris? David, it's just quick.
Could you just say a little more what the politicians have been saying as the reason why they have not given us the level playing field that you seek? Have they given you some rational reasons?
No, they haven't, but what I would say is that during the process,